Hello everyone, and welcome back to my next deck. I have another monsters deck for you here today. And the leader ability that we're going to be using is White Frost. So this allows us to move an enemy unit to the other row and spawn Frost on its row for 2 turns. We have 2 charges of this. An interesting thing to note with our leader is that whenever you play a Wild Hunt unit, boosted by 1 if there's Frost in the opposite row. The use of our leader is predominantly going to be saved for the Ancient Foglets that we have in this deck. So the way to get the best value out of playing the Foglets is basically we want to have them down on the board first before we go ahead and commit any of our Frost. And we're saving our leader ability exclusively pretty much for the Foglets. You know, in case of the odd chance though, if you come up against something like a Keltalis kind of play where you must immediately move their unit, you can use our leader at those times, but otherwise just try to save it at the end of the match when you're playing Foglet or in the second round, okay? The stratagem that we have is Tactical Advantage. Just allows us to boost an allied unit by 5. That's all we're doing. We have this just to help us in gaining dominance because we do have a number of units which require dominance in our deck for the best use of those cards. And overall, the strategy is basically in the first round, you know, we can commit cards like Imlerith into Yghern to get a tall unit up there boosted, assert dominance, and then we want to win the first round with our bronze cards, basically. Just win it without using too many expensive cards. Then into the second round, you can go ahead and you can push with Ysgith, the Foglets. You can cause a bit of a bleed with this deck. You know, and in a short round, you have cards like Osrul, if you like. Perhaps Oberon. So, you know, we've got some different kinds of styles of play. But before I get into the strategy too much, I'm going to take you through this deck bottom up and explain how best to play each card and when to play it, okay? So at the bottom here, we do have a number of bronze units as I explained, and we'll start with the Wild Hunt Hounds. So as I explained, dominance is an important feature that we need in our deck. Dominance meaning that we have the highest powered unit on the board at the time, and the Wild Hunt Hounds are going to be boosting themselves by 1 at the end of our turn as long as we have the highest powered unit, okay? Use these Wild Hunt Hounds in the first round to help you secure round control, alright? Then we've got the Warriors. In a similar fashion to the Hounds, they require dominance as well. And what they're going to be doing is damaging a unit by 3 on dominance as opposed to 1. Once again, we're going to try to secure a first round victory, just committing these kinds of bronze cards. Save our better cards for later, alright? We have the Conqueror in this deck. I mean, it's a 4 provision cost unit, 7 powered. It's pretty good for its value. And it's also a veiled unit, so this can come in handy if you're coming up against decks which run bounties, poisons, bleedings. Can be pretty useful for us in those turns. And you know, the devotion tag allows us to cancel the deploy ability, being the unit destroying itself. So with the Conquerors, you can use the Conqueror in this deck for Imlerith. You know how you drop down Imlerith, you draw a card, discard a card. Imlerith could use the Conqueror as a discard target, and if not the Conqueror, you could also use Yghern for Imlerith, but it does help us give Imlerith some consistency in our deck, alright? Next up, we've got 2 Wild Hunt Riders. Obviously, you know, we need 2 to get the maximum benefit out of having these. This is just to give our deck some thinning, allow us to draw better cards as the match goes on, increase the odds of getting what we want, right? Best played in the first round, these cards. Make sure you keep 1 copy in deck and the other obviously with you when you're going to play it. And it does require dominance too, guys, so keep that in mind, alright? Then we have the Bruiser units. These are very nice because they offer us more movement in our deck. Our deck has an edge because we've got a lot of movement, right? We've got movement with the leader ability and we've got movement with 2 Bruisers. So once again, if you're coming up against decks which play a lot of row-locked units like the mages, they're playing melee row-locked, ranged row-locked, you could use the Bruiser just for the movement value. But of course, we want to use it when there's frost. And what does it do? Move an enemy unit to the other row. If the target moves to a row affected by frost, damage it by 2. So this could be a nice way to kill off a unit which your opponent might be using, which has an auto ability. You know, you can spawn frost on a row. and then the frost will damage it by 2, but also the bruiser moving it into a row with frost will also damage it by 2, so you could kill some units off pretty quick. So the way you look to use the bruisers is, you're going to use it with Ysgith. You can synergize it with our leader ability and the Red Riders special card we have. And these are kind of a card you'll look to play with the Foglets together, right, when we're using our frost. So, you could play it first round or later. It doesn't really matter. So we've got the Red Riders as well. So this just is in our deck to keep with the consistency of playing the Foglets and playing the Bruisers. Also consistency for Eredin, really. Increasing frost damage by 1 with dominance. And yeah, you'll look to save this when you're playing the Foglets. Once again, you can spawn frost on both rows for 2 turns if you want to make the Bruisers playable. If not, spawn it on an enemy row for 4 turns, and it's going to depend on how many cards your opponent's got left, how longer the round is until it finishes, okay? Next up, we have 2 Ancient Foglets. The Ancient Foglet is a veiled unit, so once again, just like the Conqueror that I explained, pretty nice. It's got some extra protection. Boosts off by the total duration of row effects on the opposite side. So the row effects we have is Frost. That's the deploy ability, but whenever you apply a row effect, it boosts off by its duration. So this can help us take advantage of playing some of our frost cards in shorter rounds when we can't get maximum benefit out of them. The Foglet's at least going to be boosting. And what I'd say with the Foglets is either play them into the second round into a bleed or over a long round 3. Save them at that time. Don't play them in the first round because we're going to look to use them with our leader ability too, Eredin, and a number of other good cards. Keep in mind, they're going to help us get dominance. They work very good with Eredin because they're going to be boosting, right? Eredin applies frost. They're going to be boosting by the frost applied. It's probably good to play the beast with the Foglets too because they're going to be climbing so high, right? So Foglets you carry in with Red Riders, Ysgith, second or third round. Phantom, because it's a wild hunt unit, it can be boosting by 1 according to our leader ability. If there's frost on the other row as well, it can be boosting us by 1. But say if you got Oberon down, you have Oberon down first, then you play the Phantom, it's going to boost by 1 because the wild hunt unit, true. So it's a veiled unit. It's got a Zeal Order ability, damage unit by 3, and it's just boosting by 1 if we don't use that order, okay? Phantom you can use flexibly throughout the match anytime. Next up, I put the beast in this deck because dominance is important for us to ascertain, and the beast is really good at doing that. It's going to climb till it's the highest powered unit on the board. So, if the beast is equivalent to your opponent's unit, the same power, we still get dominance. So the beast is just good to help us with the consistency of the dominance play. Preferably you want to save the beast for a second or third round, I'd suppose. Osrul, at its provision cost, it plays great these days since it got its buff. Obviously the target for Osrul is Yghern, but if your opponent has something good in their graveyard, play it on the melee row, consume a unit from your opponent's graveyard. And just keep in mind, if your opponent's got a good unit that they're going to draw back, you can go ahead and play this onto it and consume it up, okay? So Ryogan, Keltalis, anything like that, it could be a good target for Osrul in a different sense other than consume. Next up, we've got Gales. With Gales, you can go ahead and play them on the ranged row. You get to play a Wild Hunt special card from your deck. The way I like to use Gales is he gives us thinning, so once again, increasing the odds of us drawing better cards as we go on. And for me, he's a first round card. I like to play him and draw Ysgith with him. So if I have Ysgith in my hand, Gales, I usually click Ysgith, put it back in the deck, and get Gales to draw it out for us. And by doing that, we're going to get the Winter Queen. Right here, the Winter Queen will get thinned out as long as there's frost on both enemy rows, which Ysgith does. So it gives us a nice point swing, does a good amount of damage, and sets up a nice Thrive unit for us here, okay? Because we're Devotion, she has the Thrive tag active. Ysgith, it's an Echo card. We get to use it twice because of that. And it just allows us to spawn frost on both enemy rows for 3 turns. So, you know, you put down your Foglets first, then you play Ysgith, or you use it in the first and opening round, as I said, to get out the Winter Queen. Imlerith's Wrath, he allows us to damage enemy unit by the power of your highest unit. But if we control Imlerith, this card here, we get to destroy an enemy unit instead. So that's pretty handy for us being Devotion. We don't have cards like Heatwave to access. This is a form of Toll Punish for us in our deck. So, you know, optimally the way you want to use this really is when you have Imlerith down on the board, because it gives you that destruction value rather than damage value. So this card is kind of a combination card with Imlerith here. And you want to save these as much as you can, probably second or third round. But depends on your hand how it's looking. But if anything, Imlerith's Wrath can play pretty good because our units go tall with the Foglets with all the boosting they're going to get. So then we've got Imlerith here. Draw a card, then discard a card. If the discarded card was a unit boosts off by its power, we're always aiming for a unit to be discarded with Imlerith. And he gives us thinning, which is nice. Once again, we've got a lot of thinning as you can see in this deck. Play him on the melee row. Optimal target for Imlerith is Yghern. You want to discard Yghern, so he's going to go super tall for us, give us a lot of dominance. Less optimal, but still good, will be a Conqueror next, okay? So he's probably good in the second round or the first. Naglfar, it's a card which allows us to look into our deck. We get to look at 2 random gold cards from our deck, then play one and place the other on top. A good tip that I'll give you guys with Naglfar, say if the 2 gold cards that you see are Imlerith and Yghern, that works fine for us. You could drop Imlerith down, and then he will draw initially the second gold card put on top of our deck, which would be Yghern. You can discard Yghern right away, get excellent value of your play. Okay, so try to play this in the second or first round though, this card. And then we've got Eredin. Spawn Frost on an enemy row for 2 turns. If we have Dominance, increase damage dealt by Frost by 1. So Frost does 2 points of damage, but with Eredin and Dominance, we'll be doing 3 points of damage. So this could work great with Ysgith, okay? Try to play Eredin with the Foglets. Obviously, it makes sense. He's spawning Frost. Foglets are going to be boosting by Frost applied. Yghern, it's a nice card for us to get dominance. You could play Yghern on its own in the first round, or you could play it, as I explained, Imlerith into Yghern, and that will later set up Osril play, okay, to consume Yghern for us. But just on deploy, gain armor equal to the number of cards in your hand. If this unit has no armor, destroy self. Then at the very top of the heap, we've got Oberon here. Because we're a Devotion deck, he's going to go through these transformation stages. Second round, he's going to be this stage. Third round, he's going to be Oberon Conqueror. That's when we want to save him. We really want to save him for the third round, because not only does he have Veil, but he's got a very neat condition where you'll be able to boost whenever you play a Wild Hunt unit boosted by 1. So ultimately what you want to do first is play Oberon before any of your other Wild Hunt units, and then start playing your Wild Hunt units out. So I'd say this card's like a third and final play. Third and final round, I should say. So that's it for the deck guide. What I'd like to say in the closing comments is, you know, this deck, it's fun to play Frost. It really is. But what I'd say is when the rounds get shorter, it feels awkward playing Frost, because, you know, you've got to take in consideration timing of playing the Foglets, getting them out on the board before you can apply Frost to get their max value. Then you've got other cards like the Phantom and the Beast, which need to be out early in order to get their max value. You know, you want them boosting away right away. So, you know, it can feel a little bit awkward because of those things. But you can win matches with this deck also. So I hope this deck guide is able to provide you some insight on how to play this best. And enjoy the following matches. Again. We're going to see the Broken Weather play. Most likely, huh? He's playing Coral first, is it? Oh, that's true. Yeah, I do have Osrul. You think maybe it's, yeah, maybe it's worth going Osrul on his rear again. What do you reckon, chat? Is that a good play for us? Would you advise it? No idea. Well, it's good to think in terms of the value that card gives them, right? We know it's a crazy play they have that activates a lot of damage, and Osrul's going to jump to a 9-point unit. It's going to deny them the strategy. I think it's good. Thanks for the tip. I'll be happy to take your advice. Let me know when you're doing coaching sessions, Poster Boy. You can teach me how to play Gwent. Oh man. That's the good thing about playing Gwent with you guys. I get to learn too. I've got no idea, Plato. I haven't really thought about it. Okay. It's going up. What's Naglfar gonna pull for us? Well, here's Osrul now. I'm gonna do it. I think it's worth it. Yep. I think it's a good play. So those are the two good targets. Yeah, there it is, Melusine. Yep. Good call. Get double passive points. Yes. That's big with Coral, hey. It's a lot of points. 45. He's boosting, he's done rain damage. Yeah, he's up and away. We have dominance. We're still getting the boosting if we want. How far to push in? Maybe I'll pass here. Like, I know we could do bruises to move these, but I feel I'm wasting it unless I got frost. I'd rather have some frost on the board. Yeah, Melusine could go really chunky too, and it can be a really good Osrul target, can't it? Yeah, it's not bad for a hand. We want to see the Foglets now. Yep, there we go. Good, good. Wild Hunt Rider for thinning. Can get that out as well. Not bad. Just playing defender. So he's looking to play into this round. Could that die? I don't know. Maybe if he's got Giga. Does he have Getting Slash? He passes? That's unusual pass, man. You're wasting your defender, dude. Really unusual. High roll for a Purify. Slimy says what? Yeah, it's to me that's really unusual, man. I wouldn't commit defender on a pass. No way. I really wanted to thin out, but we don't have dominance. So it's gonna be this. That's really unusual, guys. Hey, Dexter, what's up? Welcome, welcome. I can't use emotes, and I don't know why. You can't use emotes? I have no idea. So, you've subscribed to my Twitch and you can't use them. Are you currently subscribed? Probably resurrect, weird pass, yeah. I definitely can agree on that, it's definitely weird. I have no idea why that's happening next. I'll try to research into it. If you are subscribed to me, you should have full access to all emotes. I don't know why that's happening, man. Oh, winter. Oh, man. But wait, I did have 2 riders in my hand, didn't I? Or was it 1? No, I didn't have double riders. That's my mistake. Anyway, whatever. So let's see what we got to work with here. I think first should be... I'll probably go... Wait, well, we should just throw this out since we got it. No worries. Oh, it's hilarious. Honestly. That's another reason why you should thin early. Decreases the odds of misplaying. Okay, let's have a look. Let's try to get some frost stuff happening. Let's do this to begin with. Hey, Slimy, it's a part of the plan. It's a part of the new series, How Not to Play Gwent. It's all intended. It's all good, man. The available emotes could not be loaded. I really have no idea, man. I don't know if you have to reset something on your side. Maybe I have to reset something on my end. I really don't know. I'll look into it for you. I'll get back to you on the Discord. I'll try to fix it for you, man. We probably want to kill this off, don't we? Because he's got the bonded. Yep. It's a part of the master plan, yes. I'm gonna tie it to my psychology videos, turning negatives into positives. Yeah, Dex, try to reset. I don't know if it's something to do with your account or mine. If there's anyone else who subscribed to me, try the emotes. I don't know if maybe I gotta fix something. Just let me know. Oberon should be down first because he's going to be boosting Wild Hunt units. So let's do this. Do we want to kill this off? I mean, we could kill this. We got dominance? Yeah, we do. Let's do that. It works? Yeah, there it is. I can see it now. What did you do to make it work? You had to reset? Yeah, we're back in action. Nice, man. Looks great. Reset? Yeah, thought so. That's cool. Happens, dude. Okay. Yep. He wants to boost. So we're gonna go for Wrath with Gales. I think that's the best thing to do. He's got this here. Beast. We have to find a time to play Beast too. Could just do it now.
Gods protect us.
Yep. I think Poster Boy made the best call, honestly, about consuming Reargan. I think it was the best. You know what we gotta look out for? Fulmar. I'm gonna keep one of the Bruisers just for Fulmar, yeah? We can hit this now. By the way, I really like that you're playing today, Wet Frost. Thank you, thank you. I know you like it as well. You play Wet Frost yourself sometimes, don't you? Okay. Well, do we even care about Coral now? I'll let this take frost damage, maybe. Boost self by 2. He's boosting himself by quite a lot then. We'll just kill it. Skellige got hyper thin. Yep. Fulmar is still Fulmar, so it's good to be careful. Yeah, true, man, true. I'm expecting it. He's using full leader. We do have dominance still. He'll get defender, won't he? Ah, oh, Melusine. Yes. It is Melusine. This is a time when you wish you had Imlerith. That's why we want to try to keep Wrath with Imlerith, don't we? Maybe I could still use Wrath on Melusine for dominance. Or we're going to take out Fulmar with it. Yeah, there it is, see? Okay, he's not road locked. Yeah, we have to kill this. Beast popping off. Yeah, he's doing good for us, eh, Poster Boy? Wow. Was a close one. I don't think it necessarily matters what I'm moving here. Well, we want to leave Melusine there because we want we don't want this boosting from the armor damage. Could just move this. Last card. Messenger of the Sea? No! Oh, what? Oh, man. Are you serious? Don't want that. Had a lot of cards we don't want in our hand here. Yeah, sure, we can start off like this. What an interesting leader skin. Looks crazy. Regis. With the lanterns. Blue coin curse. You're already calling it on me. Come on, chat. We need positive vibes. We need good luck. Maxi? That's an interesting opening. Blue coin little curse. It's not gonna be a big one. So yeah, this strategy, they'll want to bleed against us. They want to push into the next rounds for sure. He's playing a bit slow though, from what I can see with his cards, which is good for us. Yeah, we could do this. I mean, this could be a bit of a risk because it can go really tall. It could be a big target, but yeah. It's the positive vibe. So if it's the negative vibe, we're just gonna say big curse. Yeah, I think he's got like a very bad hand by the looks of it. We're gonna get this out for thinning. Well, this could thin too. Pulls a Winter Queen for us. We go Bruiser next. That's a good thing with the Winter Queen. Gives us thinning. Riders does too. I think their hand wasn't good. They played some very like slow plays here. So we'll want to look for control cards. Maybe we're just going to play Nugglefire now. Just to set up our golds. Maybe it's a good idea. There's Oberon. Okay. Yeah, well, we ensure we get Ysgith now if we get it. So I think we're going to do this. Yeah, we just play this. So we get Imlerith's Wrath now, and we got Ysgith, which is good for Foglet. And I think we're just gonna put this back then, and look for something else. 2-0 gang. Poster boy with the helpful tips during stream. You saved me against that weather deck. Self-eater? How far are you guys with the Regis journey? Have most of you purchased it? Are you happy with how it's been so far? What's our opponent gonna do here? It does look a bit like uncertain of how he's playing, you know? I wonder if he's playing this deck for the first time or what it is. 41 here, nice, nice, awesome, well done. I think I'm on about that level too. Thanks for the follow, Batcha, as well, appreciate it. Kind of prefer the previous journey. Ah, right. This is the first journey I've purchased, but I like it. I like all the different cosmetic looks we've got available. Like, look at Regis, you got him like a true form vampire, got him at all kinds of different stages. It's cool. He's setting up Mamuna with this, maybe? So I want Eredin. Yes, good. So we'll put this away now. Good, we got it. Imlerith and a Foglet is in there. Oh, we got Imlerith. Nice. We just gotta find a good discard target for him though. But they'll come in handy for Wrath. I'm sure of it. So Oberon, we don't really know what Oberon's gonna pull us. We want to get this down quickly too. But yeah, I guess we should play this first. Really nothing good here. Play like that. Go Imlerith next. We're playing this first because it's going to boost Wild Hunt units as we play them. Makes sense that we have this first, doesn't it? Then we want to go Imlerith just to get this destruction value. The part in the reward book is top notch though. Yeah, it really is. They're great. I've been pretty happy with it. I mean, even the previous journeys are pretty cool too. Yes. What's that discard target gonna be? Not huge. Yep. So if he plays Bloody Mistress, we're just gonna use Wrath on it. Played She Who Knows in the final round. It's not optimal for them. More of a bleed card. Ratcatcheress, yeah. Yep. Let's start searching for dominance. Play this here. He's got Sabbath now. If he's got Bloody Mistress, we're gonna see it. Should play it soon if he's got it. You want to play as early as possible when you hit Sabbath. Lesser Witch. Right? Let's get our points up. We could probably go Foglet next. Start getting the frost damage going. Because we've got Ysgith, we've got Leader. We've got a lot of frost coming up. There it is. Yep. It's gotta die. We can't have that hit. Okay. Plays another Lesser Witch. That's not the best froth, man. Boosting Thrive units, not the best. We'll play this. Nice. Yeah, good. Can go Ysgith next. Eredin. Play it from there. Wow, it's a lot of value he's getting with those. Jeez. Yep, so we got dominance. Eredin hopefully does some good work. What is Frost deck best against? I've been having success with it against some mage decks because the units are row locked. You know, they've got like a ranged row unit, a melee row unit, and we've got movement with the Bruisers. We've got movement with the Leader. So, to be honest with you, if I had to answer the best, I'd say any deck where they've got row locked units, this tends to do good against. Like Keltalis, I've had success against Keltalis with this too. Good. It's locking Eredin. Interesting. Tallest unit for us is Yghern. I don't see a problem hitting it now. Yeah, we still got the Phantom going. The Beast won't boost now because it's in line with Foglet. That's not the best. Wow, it's a close match. Yeah, no worries, Butcher, all good. Ooh. Do we have it, guys? Forfeits. Scout? So like, wait, do a lot of people play it or what? Okay. Oh, not really? It was an experiment. Welcome back. Thanks, Pocus. Appreciate it, man. Is this guy gonna do Viper play, guys? Go scroll Imposter Leader. We'll have a look. Successful one. So you'd recommend playing it in Asgarian? You think I should get into it? Oh, it's buggy, is it? What's the worst that you can run into on it? Like, what happens? What kind of bugs are we talking about?
Novigrad will make a fine provincial seat.
Ranged. Do I have both Bruisers in my hand? Yeah, I do. Ranged row card.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
Can use Bruisers to manipulate the units on the board, set up more frost damage. You have to click something which is inactive. Ah, click something which is inactive. So you can't progress through certain aspects of that game. Oh, you never run into a bug? Nice. Oh. Spawn a base copy of the last card that went to your opponent's graveyard. Well, we want to keep dealing frost damage too, though. Don't we now? What should I move with the Bruiser? I will do this. We could kill his, what's this called again? Imperial Practitioner. Yeah, we could kill this with a warrior if we want. Other dimensions happens rarely. So you have to reload the save. Baba Ghazi 16 with 4 armor, deploy consumer unit, has resilience. 16 with 4 armor?
Friends of the family.
What went to his graveyard? Yep. It's a pretty interesting deck this person's playing, isn't it? We want to get Bruiser value. Moving, that's enough too with the Bruiser, isn't it? Can't use it anymore. And maybe we kill his Practitioner next. Should help. Nick is 5 for 5 immunity, resilience over all rounds. Special from your hand to increase this unit's base power. High score in Thronebreaker was 2800 points. Gwent in Thronebreaker is closer to the... It's closer to the original... Oh, really? Wow, so it must really, like, make sense for a lot of the Witcher players then, right? Oh, he's got Viper. Yeah, it's Viper. That's pretty unusual play. You're back. Yes, I'm back, Dex. Hey, what's up, Alex? How are you? Today only White Frost? Yeah, I'm just streaming White Frost today, man. Hope you're gonna like it. So Viper gets pulled straight out to him. Okay. Let's do some thinning. So it's already out in the first round.
Hang out now, or must I reach for my pincers?
He's got dominance now. Yeah, that's it. Next up, just some White Frost. I've got this other deck idea that I've been experimenting with off stream, and you guys remember the card Sea Hill? Is that how you pronounce it? It's the card you never see played. It's like a sword. I've been trying to think of a way to make a deck around it. It's an artifact. So I'm gonna try to see if I can make it work, and then I might do a deck guide for it. It was OP. Sea Hill sucks. Even if it fully works. Yeah, okay. So he's got Ysgith in his hand. Yeah. Yeah, those are true points. Like, you know, obviously a deck like that, it's not intended to be super competitive, but it's more for something different and interesting. Plays Ysgith now. Don't have dominance anymore. So if I play the Hound, we'll go up by 3. We're on 37. I think we'll pass here. Believe you have some leader synergy to make it work. Worst weapon? Okay. Bit underwhelming, but I'd love to see it tested by someone better than me. Cool. Well, you know, that's what I like to do, man. I like to look at cards that aren't used and then see if I can make them win matches. So for those of you who are interested in seeing it, you know, if I decide to put it together and it works somewhat, I will do that. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting for you. Right. Yep, just go on full Vipers. With immense setup, and if you have first say, yep. So there was a time when it used to be a very strong card. Is that what it is? He's gone card down. This is pretty good cards in our hand. 2 cards down. Seal was nerfed to the abomination it is at the moment. Okay. Ceased to be solid. Interesting. I did have I have actually made a Seal Hill deck before a long time ago. Like back when I was first content creating on YouTube. And actually was winning matches with it with a Nilfgaard deck though. So can be interesting, but yeah, it's really dependent too. Okay. What if I play Yghern? So he's trying to get Viper to come out quick, right? That's what his idea is. What if I consume Viper with Osrul? Yep. I'll consume it with Osrul next. Another Viper. Oh, we could just kill that, can't we? Yep. So now that becomes our Viper, doesn't it? That should work. Another one? Jeez. Does he have 9 points more with his last card? He's probably passing here, I think. So yeah, that's the counter to Viper. If they got it on their side of the board, you're just killing it, putting it in their graveyard, it becomes your carryover. And if it's in ours, if you got a card like Osrul, that could work too. So yeah, 2 cards up, but he's gonna get these coming up for him. So we'll see what happens. Nice. Foglets. Well, we still got leader, don't we? Oh, we got Imlerith in there too. Oh, nice. We get Imlerith. Wow, that's freaking great. We gotta get some frost value going. Two damage. That's great. Frost damage for 2 turns. Gotta keep this in mind. They got 4 cards left. Defender now? Interesting. Can we still hold off? Wonder why he's playing behind defender. That was just for the Vipers, right? That's why he's got it. Wow, he's going all in on it. Oh my gosh, imagine if I had Wrath. I already used that in the first. Well, that's going to be good for the Beast anyway. Maybe I'm just holding it like that. Could we use movement for something? Might just hold it. I'm sure he plays behind defender. Unless he's got a row locked unit. Anyway. Purify? Not super strong. Yep. Treason. Oh, what? That was a big play. Treason was a big play, to be honest, but we've got points here. Wow, man. That was I wasn't expecting that, honestly. Nice.